Hey, I'm Mimi from Wildflower Pilates, and today we're going to run through a 10-minute leg stretching routine. So we're going to stretch quads, hamstrings, and glutes. So let's start down on all fours for me. And we're just going to bring your right foot in between your hands. You're just going to lunge forward, trying to think about stretching through the hamstring here and through the front of the back leg. So if it feels good for you, we're going to reach our arms up to the ceiling, maybe look up, maybe a little bit of extension here, and you'll get a little bit more of a stretch through the front of your left leg if your left leg's behind you. One more big deep breath here, and then we're going to bring the hands to the mat and just straighten that front leg. Flip your toes up towards the ceiling and just see if you can fold over that leg. So the more you bring your toes back towards your nose, the more stretch you're going to get through the back of that leg. And then we're lunging forward, finding that stretch, lifting up. Nice big deep breaths. And then coming back, finding that stretch through the back of your front leg, folding over it. Nice big deep breaths. And again, pulling forward. Last one's here. Looking up, maybe a little bit more extension. Try and push those hips forward, but think about lifting up. And then popping the hips down, hands down, and straightening that front leg, folding over it. Big deep breath, see if you can pull those toes back towards your nose. And then we're going to lunge forward. Keep your left hand on the ground, tucking the left toes under. We're going to come up into a high lunge and reach your right hand up to the ceiling. So now we're working for a stretch through that right glute and hip. So the more you twist, the more stretch you're going to get there. Let's go one more big deep breath here. And then we'll come back to the mat, pop that knee down, and we'll just switch sides. So left foot's coming in. Keep the hands down for the first one, just lunge forward, see what that feels like. And then if it's there, we're going to reach our arms up. A little bit more intense as you look up, find that stretch through the front of the right leg. And then we'll pop the hands down, straighten that left leg, folding over it, finding that stretch. Nice big deep breaths. Every time you breathe out, see if you can go a little deeper into these stretches. And then we're pulling forward, reaching up, looking back. So you're trying to push your hips forward, but lift up towards the ceiling. And then coming back, toes flipping up, folding forward. Awesome. We're going two more like that, reaching up, looking back. And then coming forward, pulling the toes back towards your nose. Maybe you get a little bit more out of it. And let's go to the last ones here. Reaching up, maybe find a little bit more extension. And then pulling back, toes flipping up, folding over that leg. Awesome. And then we'll pull forward, tuck the toes under. This time right hand stays on the mat, left hand reaching up to the ceiling. Find that twist, find that stretch through your glute there. Every time you breathe out, maybe you can twist around a little bit further. Work for that stretch through your glute. Let's go two more big deep breaths. Last one. And then we'll pop the knee back down. Bring that leg back behind you, and then you're just going to swing around onto your bottom for me, and we're going to lie all the way down. So we're going to put your right foot over the top of your left knee, and we're just going to see if we can push that knee down towards the mat. Maybe your arms can come wide, give yourself a little bit of space. So you're trying to push that knee down with your right foot, and we're trying to keep the left hip pressing down into the mat as much as you can. So it's going to lift, but if you think about trying to push it down, you're going to get a stretch through the side of your hip flexor there, through the side of your hip. Nice big deep breaths again. Every time you breathe out, try and push that knee down towards the mat a little bit more. Awesome. And then we're coming up. Let's swap it over. Other leg coming over. You're going to pull it over towards your left-hand side. Try and push that hip down towards the mat, but try and push your knee down. So it's like you're trying to work against it. Like your hip's trying to push down, but your foot's pushing your knee down. Finding that stretch. Awesome. Let's go one more big deep breath here. And then we'll come back up to the middle. Just reach your right leg up to the ceiling, grab hold of it wherever you can. Flex the toes towards your face. Now we're working for a hamstring stretch again. So you're trying to pull that leg in towards your nose as much as you can. Maybe you can creep your hands up towards your ankle a bit more, but really keep trying to flex that foot, and then it will get down through your calf muscle too. So as you're stretching, I've said it the whole way through, try and do nice big deep breaths. Awesome. One more big deep breath, see if you can pull it a little bit more. And then we'll pop that foot down, other leg's reaching up. Grabbing hold of it, see if you can give it a nice pull. Maybe one side feels tighter than the other side. Toes back towards your face. The more you flex that foot, the deeper that's going to get down the back of your leg there. Let's go one more big deep breath. And then we're going to come up and just rock and roll yourself up to sitting for me. We're going to sit in a Z sit or a mermaid sit. So this one can feel pretty intense, so just see how you go. But we're going to creep ourselves back. So if you can pop your forearms down on the mat, you're going to try. We're working for a quad stretch here. So through the top of the leg that is pulled backwards. This might be enough for you. If you can handle a little bit more, you're going to see if you can creep yourself back. Maybe you can lie all the way down, and then big deep breaths here. So as you breathe out, just try and sink into the stretch, see how it feels. Nice work. Let's go one more big deep breath there. And then to get out, you can either just pop your elbows down on the mat or come out of it sideways. And let's see the other side. So we'll come around, find that Z sit and just ease into this one too. So maybe you come back onto your forearms, find that stretch there. And then if you can handle it, you can slide yourself all the way down. Lying down, big deep breaths. Awesome. And just letting yourself release that tension through the quad. big deep breaths. Let's go for one more breath there. And then you can pop your elbows down, push yourself up, coming out of there, and we'll just swing back around onto all fours for me. Let's tuck the toes under, come up into a pike shape, and just pedal out your heels, getting that stretch through your calf muscle there. And then we'll walk your hands all the way to your feet. Have a little dangle, maybe a little rock from side to side. Feel that stretch down the back of your legs. Awesome. And then one last little twist here for your glutes. So left hand's reaching right ankle. Make a slight bend in that left knee and reach your right hand up to the ceiling. And you should feel that stretch down through the back of your right leg. One more big deep breath here. And then we'll swap sides. Other hand, right hand reaching left ankle, twisting around, slight bend in that right knee. Trying to reach up to the ceiling. Get a little back stretch while you're at it. And then we'll just fold back over your legs, slowly roll all the way up to standing, and you can shake it out. Nice work. Hopefully your legs are feeling nice and stretched now, and I will see you again in the next video.